According to sources in the German Economy Ministry, German officials are sending missiles made in the Soviet Union to Ukraine. The news was not immediately confirmed by the German government. Want to know more? Let's dig in further. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Warzone, where we tell you all the latest news about Russia versus Ukraine. So stay with us till the end of the video so you don't miss any hidden news. According to government sources cited by news agencies, Berlin has approved the shipment of 2,700 Soviet-era shoulder-fired Strela missiles to Ukraine. The weapons would come from Soviet-controlled East Germany's weapons depots, which were reunited with West Germany after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. The German government decided over the weekend to send Ukraine 500 US-made surface-to-air Stinger missiles and 1,000 anti-tank weapons. The missiles were ready to be transported, according to a source, but the Federal Security Council has yet to approve the move, according to Reuters. Prior to the Russian government offensive, Germany had refused to send weapons to Ukraine. Chancellor Olaf Scholz, however, described the move as a historic shift. "It is our duty to support Ukraine's defense against Vladimir Putin's invading army to the best of our ability in this situation," he said after the attack. Because the shoulder-fired Strela missiles were readily available, said Richard Walker, DW's chief international editor, Germany could quickly send them to Ukraine. "These aren't complicated weapons. They're the kind of weapons that many people in the Ukrainian military have seen over the years," he explained. The weapons would be simple to deploy, according to Walker, because they are small enough to be carried by people. Despite the weapon deliveries, he stated that Germany does not want to become a participant in this conflict. According to DW, a German lawmaker expressed surprise that the weapons were still in the country's arsenal. "We're heavily searching now what we can afford to give away," Alexander Mueller of the Free Democrats said. "I was also surprised I didn't even know we had those Strela weapons still in our compartment." Moreover, President Joe Biden stated that Russian President Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power, and that the conflict in Ukraine has given the world's democracies purpose. The President of the United States made the remarks during an emotional speech in Warsaw. White House officials quickly clarified that he was not advocating for regime change in Russia. Biden had previously called Putin a butcher while comforting refugees in Poland. He also reassured Poland's president that the United States' commitment to defend NATO territory is a sacred commitment. Russian shelling hit Lviv, with television images showing a large plume of smoke rising from the city in far western Ukraine. Hours later, there was a second attack. This comes a day after Russia's military announced that it is concentrating its efforts on gaining complete control of Ukraine's eastern Donbas region. Following heavy troop casualties in the month following its invasion, Russia is relying on indiscriminate bombardment, according to the United Kingdom. The United States and the European Union announced a deal to help Europe wean itself off Russian oil imports. Sergei Lavrov, Russia's foreign minister, accused the United States and the European Union of attempting to destroy Russia through hybrid war, a total war. Shortly after Biden concluded a fiery speech by saying that Putin could not stay in power, White House officials insisted that he was not advocating for Putin's removal. Rather, they claimed Biden was implying that Putin should not be allowed to rule Ukraine or the rest of the region. After delivering the speech in Warsaw, the American president was preparing to return to Washington. Biden stated that Putin should not be allowed to stay in power and that the war had revitalized the world's democracies with purpose and unity. He urged allies to brace themselves for a long fight against the butcher in a speech delivered at Warsaw's Royal Castle. "We must be clear-eyed in this battle. This battle will not be won in days or months. We must prepare ourselves for a long fight," Biden said. After an emotional visit with Ukrainian refugees, the speech was delivered. Lviv Mayor Andrei Sadvy confirmed that Russian missiles had struck the city once again. On his Facebook page, he wrote, "Another missile attack. The first assault occurred, according to Sadvy, hit industrial facilities where fuel was stored. 5 people were injured in the attack, according to officials." Even as the southern port city of Mariupol remains under siege, Russian troops have encircled Chernihiv in Ukraine's north, close to the Belarus border. Mayor Vladislav Etrashenko said in a televised briefing, warning of an escalating humanitarian crisis. "The city has been reduced to ashes," said Etrashenko. He claimed that, out of a pre-war population of around 250,000, more than 120,000 people remained, and that at least 200 civilians had been killed in the previous month. According to Etrashenko, Russian troops blew up a bridge connecting the city to a key road, and as a result, there are no working evacuation routes and no way to get aid in. Reports on social media and television images showed large plumes of smoke rising near Lviv, with air raid sirens sounding in the western Ukrainian city near the Polish border, while Biden was in Poland's capital. Russian missiles had hit the city, according to Mayor Andrei Sadovyi, who advised residents to seek shelter. 3 large blasts were felt, according to Lviv Region Governor Maxim Kozinski. Russian missiles have previously struck a military training center and building near Lviv's airport in western Ukraine. It comes just days after Russia's military announced that it was concentrating its efforts on gaining complete control of Ukraine's Donbas region in the east. Patriot missile defense systems, Abrams tanks, and F-35 fighters are among the items Warsaw is waiting for. President Andrzej Duda urged the United States to speed up the deliveries, noting that Poland wants to expand cooperation with the U.S. in civilian nuclear energy and LNG. Decathlon and Leroy Merlin representatives declined to comment, while an Auchan spokesman did not immediately respond when contacted outside of business hours. President Volodymyr Zelensky has publicly chastised other companies, including Nestlé SA, for not limiting or abandoning their operations in Russia. Many people have already done so. Renault SA, a French automaker, announced that it would close its Moscow plant and consider the future of AvtoVAZ, a long-running Russian joint venture. Nestlé announced that it would halt the majority of its sales and manufacturing operations in Russia. President Joe Biden made the remark during a meeting with Polish President Andrzej Duda in Warsaw, a country that has received Russian warnings for sending military aid to Ukraine and borders Belarus, a key Russian ally. "We regard Article 5 of NATO's Mutual Defense Clause as a sacred commitment," Biden said. NATO has increased its presence in Eastern Europe in recent weeks, though the military alliance has repeatedly ruled out imposing no-fly zone or sending troops into Ukraine because the country is not a member. Duda stated that Poland intends to purchase more military equipment from the United States, but did not elaborate. The humanitarian suffering that we have seen in Ukraine, and everyone is talking about it right now, has been the suffering of countries in this region for years, and nothing has happened. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman bin Jassim Al Thani, Qatar's deputy prime minister, said at the Doha Forum in Qatar. The remark drew a round of applause. The besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol has been dubbed Europe's Aleppo by top EU envoy Josep Borrell, a reference to Syria's civil war. Aleppo was our Aleppo, Saudi Arabia's foreign minister, Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, reported. The engagement of the global community and the engagement of powers that may be effective now and then are quite different, he explained. Moreover, in another shortened session, Russia will expand limited trading to all shares listed on the Moscow exchange. The bourse will also resume trading in foreign shares under a negotiated regimen, according to the Bank of Russia. According to Polish border authorities, 2.268 million people have fled Ukraine for Poland. 30,500 people registered, with another 6,100 arriving. The majority of those fleeing Ukraine have sought refuge in Poland. Millions more have been displaced within Ukraine, bringing the total number of displaced people to 10 million. The number of people crossing into Poland was down 6.4% from the day before. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. Let us know if you have any questions or comments in the section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. You can also watch our other videos that have been specially selected for you. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.